Hey YouTube, I'm here to talk about iPhone 6 today and what carriers you can use them on. There's a lot of misinformation out there as to what the current technology can do and where it can be used. An unlocked iPhone 6 can be used on any carrier. It doesn't matter which carrier the original phone came from. If you have a Sprint, an AT&T, Verizon, Tmobile, all the phones are basically the same for the purposes of this video. So they're basically identical. They have all the hardware and components you need to be used on other networks. In the past, it was ever since the iPhone 4S, those could also be used everywhere, but it was a pain in the butt. The carriers wouldn't allow them. You had to do some tricks. But nowadays it's much different. The problem is that there's a lot of misinformation out there that still says that you can't use this on that one and this on that one, but it's not true. Currently, right now on this video here, I'm making this is an iPhone 6 and it's an AT&T unlocked, and I'm currently using it on Sprint, which is a prepaid Sprint, Freedom Pop, and it's an MVNO. So basically it's allowed on that network. I also have another iPhone 4 or iPhone 6 that is being used on Verizon, which is an AT&T unlocked also. So these phones can be used anywhere. The problem is you read on the internet and there's still a ton of misinformation out there about that. People will say, no, you can't do this. One's GSM, one's CDMA. But it's crazy how far behind these folks are out there. One of the other issues is that if you do contact one of the carriers, their employees aren't trained at all. They really aren't. I've talked to probably 1,000 to 2,000 customer service reps over the years, and they are just mostly clueless. You know, one of the things is that the companies don't train their employees properly. You have to understand that they're in the business to sell a phone and not have a customer bring their phone with them. This is what they fought for years, but now there's been a lot of pressure, especially since Verizon had to unlock their phones. There's a lot of pressure on these companies to allow these phones to be on the networks. Plus, Apple has made them more consistent with each other, and they have all the correct hardware and the software is open also to be able to use those radios on different frequencies. So one of the things is that, for example, this is an AT&T iPhone, and if you contact Verizon corporate, for example, you'll be okay. But if you contact a premium retailer, then you might run into some trouble, because what happens is when they try to activate the phone, so let's say you wanted to activate an iPhone 6 AT&T on Verizon prepaid, then what'll happen is you go into a premium retailer and they'll put in your IMEI number and it doesn't exist in the database. So they say, oh, we can't do it. Sorry, it doesn't work. But they just don't have a clue. It will work. The problem is that they can't activate it for you because they can't put it in their computer and run it through. If they're smart, they can, but most of them aren't smart. They just don't know how to do it. So what you have to end up doing is simply either going online yourself, which will work, or contact Verizon. You know, one of the things that these premium retailers, when they activate a device, they get paid for it. So they're not willing to go out of their way to try to help you. I've had firsthand experience. I've had people that are personal friends of mine that work for Verizon, and they don't help somebody. They try to push you into a phone to sell your AT&T and then buy a Verizon phone. So, you know, one of the benefits of being able to buy any of these phones, any of them at all, if they are unlocked, you can use them. Now, some phones are cheaper than others. Verizon phones tend to be a little bit more expensive, maybe $20 to $80 more, because it's already factory unlocked. But the truth is that it's very easy to factory unlock these other phones. I have another video currently, and I might shut it off eventually, but right now it's how to unlock an AT&T device for free by yourself and in 5 minutes. So if you buy an AT&T phone that's maybe $40 cheaper than a Verizon phone, a used phone, then you just saved yourself $40. Sprint phones tend to be a little bit cheaper too, and I used to unlock a lot of Sprint phones until they became a pain in the butt. So now just go on eBay. They're 20 bucks to unlock a Sprint phone. So if you can find a good one that has a clean ESN, that isn't lost or stolen, and be careful with Sprint because the bad balances negate the ability to unlock the phone through Sprint to get a factory unlock. So if the phone's totally clean, you shouldn't have any trouble unlocking a Sprint iPhone, and then you can save yourself some money. I don't buy new phones. I bought a Nexus because it's brand new and it wasn't that expensive. But other than that, if I buy other phones, I don't pay retail for them. There's no reason to go out and buy a brand new phone from Apple or Verizon or AT&T because the used market you can get brand new in the box phones for 30% less or 40% less all the time, and I've done it for years. So I buy and sell phones, so take it from me, I know. So that I just wanted to educate people on the fact that you are able to take any of these iPhone 6s and use them on any of the networks as long as they're unlocked. One of the things that Apple has done, which is great, is they've automated the process. Previously, they used to have to go to a website called unlockit.nz, and then that would change your profile settings to look at a different APN. So you'd have to, if you had a Verizon, for example, a Verizon phone that was unlocked, you still had to download this app and put it on your phone, and then it would change and say, okay, look at the Sprint towers or look at the AT&T towers rather than the default Verizons. Now Apple has finally done a good job at automating that process. So basically, if your phone's unlocked, you put in the SIM card, boom, it updates the settings within a minute, and you're done. So that's become very, very nice nowadays. So just keep in mind, if you buy used phones like I do, then you can shop around and you can buy something cheaper, hopefully, and you're not stuck into the carrier. And also, if you do decide to change carriers, you don't have to get a new phone. All you have to do is make sure it's unlocked. So there's many, many ways to cheaply unlock phones nowadays. All right, hope this was helpful, and good luck to y'all. Have a great day.